Hello everybody, this is Dr. Kalpana Shringar from Prakriti Charitable Foundation. Welcome to my channel, Tuning a Fragile Mind. Today I am here to talk about alcoholism or alcohol dependency. There are so many people who love consuming alcohol. People drink when they are happy, people drink when they are sad, but they do not understand the after effects of consuming alcohol. This is the pitiest part. Because as long as they consume alcohol, they lose their inhibitions, they are in a state of mind where they're very, very happy and they rejoice that. But what happens to them over the years is not understood by them. Many of them start off as social drinkers. Teenagers start experimenting, they start consuming. I've seen parents give their small children the habit of drinking. They have alcohol stored in their houses. They just give a little sip to the child and the child loves it. The child later on may turn into an alcoholic. It is not good to take anything and become an addict. Some people argue saying that cardiologists have advised people to take alcohol. They might have advised you to take a peg of wine. They haven't asked you to become alcoholics. If you become a chronic alcoholic, it definitely affects your heart. Anything in excess is bad. Today you may take a peg, tomorrow you may need two, day after tomorrow you may need three. So it goes on. Families break up because of alcohol problem. You cannot maintain a stable relationship. Your moods are high or either low. You may become restless, you may feel you may not sleep. You may become very angry, aggressive, violent under the influence of alcohol. So don't you think consuming so much is really bad? Once you start a habit, it continues. If you're not an alcoholic, don't start taking alcohol. Drinking is not really good. It is also a kind of addiction. You start progressing from little to more. But when we have to bring you from that level to this level, it takes the life out of us. And you are the one who is going to suffer. You end up with so many physiological problems. Your brain doesn't work. Your body doesn't cooperate with you. You cannot walk straight. You start wobbling. Your eyes turn red. Your face is flushed. You have broken capillaries on the face or on the body. You cannot sleep without consuming alcohol. Along with that, people take a few tablets, anxiolytic drugs or sedatives. They may take Compos, they may take Valium, they may take Alzalam, things like that. And with alcohol, if you take this, you're sure to die one day. You can immediately die at times without even knowing or without even getting a clue that you're going to go away. The heart just stops. That's why we advise people not to take any tablets when you are consuming alcohol. It's okay if you don't sleep. Either you quit the habit and get your sleep pattern straight or forget about it. There are no two ways about it. But many people become so dependent and they cannot do away without alcohol. So many families have broken up. I get a call from a lady yesterday and she says, please help me. My husband is 38 years old. He's unconscious. He's a thorough alcoholic. He cannot stay without alcohol even for a minute. And today he's fallen, he's unconscious, and I don't know what to do with him. I'm sure the moment he gets up, he's going to again ask for alcohol. He's going to try to beat me, he's going to try to run away, and then somehow he's going to manage and he'll start drinking again. So I told this lady, it's no use keeping him at home. Shift him to a hospital. Now that he's unconscious, you can easily shift him to a hospital, call for an ambulance, put him in an ambulance, take him to a hospital, and the doctors know what to do. And I'm sure this fellow is going to go through a lot of withdrawals because he's a thorough alcoholic. Withdrawals could be very severe. He may even start throwing seizures. He may start throwing up. He may get severe cramps in his abdomen. He may not remember what he's done during that period. So it depends on what sort of withdrawals or what the after effects are going to be. So I told her to shift him to a hospital where the doctors are going to deal with him. And then after he finishes all his withdrawals and becomes a little normal, she can safely shift him to a rehabilitation center where he will be rehabilitated. There was another similar case which came to us long ago. He came from a very affluent family. The son was admitted with us, a married guy who had 2 children. And this fellow used to be found in every gutter. He used to drink and fall in gutters. So they had to literally search for him and they had to carry him. One fine day they found him and they brought us to our hospital. We admitted that chap. He was treated. He went through severe withdrawals. 3 months later, we found him all right. So I gave his father a call and said, please come and take your son, he's all right. The father comes, sits in front of me and says, how sure are you that my son is all right? I said, he's fine. He's not going to touch alcohol. I can bet he's not going to touch it again. So the father says, how do you know? How sure are you? Have you consumed alcohol any time in your life? Do you know how much you have troubled my son? You haven't tried alcohol any time, but you have made my son stop alcohol. You have troubled him so much. I don't think this is the right treatment. I said, you got him to us. You admitted him with us. You begged us to make him all right. Today I'm handing him over to you saying that he's totally fine and he can live with you people safely. Today you ask me a question saying that, what have you done to my son? You have troubled him, tortured him so much that he's got out of the drinking habit. You cannot predict people's mentality. If you try to do something good to them, they try to say something which really hurts you. But this person who was out of our hospital, I saw him after about 2-3 years. A real thorough gentleman. He came to me and spoke to me and said, today I'm like this because of you people. I haven't even touched alcohol till date. He was living very happily with his wife and children. So there are some people who really come out of it. But we too take pains in helping such people. It is not easy. It's a very, very difficult task. There was another alcoholic who was brought to a hospital and his liver was gone. He was admitted. 2 days later, he dies in his sleep. His liver was totally gone. So what do you do? People know that if you consume a lot of alcohol or even start taking a little, it could increase. So If they know about it, it is better they don't start taking it. The moment they start consuming, bit by bit it goes on increasing and it affects their whole system. People end up with neurological problems, they have tremors, they cannot walk straight, they cannot remember anything, they start losing memory, memory starts fading. People get strokes because their blood pressure increases. They develop all sorts of physiological problems. Once the BP goes very high, he may end up with a stroke. So many people die every day because of stroke. So alcohol increases the blood pressure in a patient. There are liver complications. People develop what we call cirrhosis of the liver. People develop pancreatitis. They develop severe stomach cramps. Their mental functioning becomes slower and slower. They cannot grasp what you tell them. Their sleep pattern changes day by day. Such people, when they live in a family, they cannot live happily because the entire family suffers. It is not easy to be an alcoholic. You need lots of money. Because every day when you get addicted, you need to drink. You consume so much of alcohol. You need to spend so much of money. If you spend so much of money on liquor, what are you going to do to your family? There are so many families who are starving because the male of the house goes on drinking. He doesn't support the family in any way. These days, a lot of females also consume. They don't care about what's happening in the house. The entire family atmosphere is disturbed. So when you come across such a person, see, there are no lab tests which tell you that you have taken so much alcohol, no. But the person who has consumed alcohol may come to a doctor with certain physiological problems. He may complain of nausea, he may complain of vomiting, or he may say that he had blackouts. He may say that he threw a seizure. So when he goes to a physician, the physician will be able to detect and say that yes, this problem is associated because of his alcohol consumption. So that's how we try to associate it. So once the consumption of alcohol comes down, these problems will also come back to normal. There are so many people who take it and start throwing up. They roll because of the stomach cramps. Imagine throwing a seizure. Some people also throw seizures, also develop cramps in the stomach during their withdrawal state. But withdrawal state can be controlled by the doctors. They know what they are going to do, and that is easy to help. Instead of drinking and falling somewhere, don't you think this is better? When you go through withdrawals, okay, you're going through withdrawals. Maybe the 4th day or the 5th day, you have that craving, the urge to drink, and you start going through withdrawals. But that will be taken care of by the doctors, provided you want to become all right. If you don't want to get well, nobody on earth can help you. Think of your family, think of your friends. If you want to remain happy and alive, please control this habit. You could end up with major heart attacks. You could end up with depression. You could attempt suicide. Some people have become criminals because of a dual diagnosis, addiction plus personality disorders. So think about all these things. Think about all the negative things, negative aspects when you consume alcohol. Then you will yourself try to stop drinking. And that is what is required. So thank you so much for your patient viewing. We'll come up with many more videos. Thank you so much.